Welcome to Kaifeng, a city where the golden age of Chinese history is not merely remembered, but vividly lived. Located in the heart of Henan Province along the southern bank of the Yellow River, Kaifeng stands as one of the 8 ancient capitals of China. For over 3 millennia, this ground has supported dynasties, yet it reached its zenith during the Northern Song Dynasty, when it was known as Longting, the largest and most prosperous metropolis in the world. Unlike many ancient cities that expanded outward, Kaifeng is a city of layers. Archaeological excavations reveal that at least 6 different cities lie buried beneath its current streets, victims of the Yellow River's historic floods. Today, Kaifeng serves as a living museum of Song Dynasty culture, where the elegance of imperial gardens, the bravery of legendary warriors, and the aroma of ancient markets converge. Join us as we journey through time to explore the grandeur of a city that once defined the peak of Eastern civilization. Our exploration begins at Wansui Mountain Wuxia City, a sprawling theme park dedicated to the spirit of Chinese martial arts and folklore. Spanning over 500 acres, this site is a masterful recreation of the chivalrous world described in classic literature, such as The Water Margin. As you walk through the fortress-like gates, you are transported into a landscape of ancient taverns, training grounds, and bustling village squares. The park is famous for its immersive live performances, where skilled actors portray legendary heroes performing gravity-defying stunts and traditional weaponry demonstrations. Beyond the action, Wansui Mountain offers a deep dive into the Jianghu culture, a social sphere of martial artists who valued honor and justice above all else. The architectural details, from the weathered wooden beams to the stone-paved alleys, provide a tactile connection to the rugged spirit of the Song Dynasty's frontier life. As twilight descends, the true magic of Kaifeng reveals itself along the Imperial River of the Song Dynasty. This ancient waterway, which once served as the logistical lifeline of the imperial capital, now hosts an exquisite night cruise experience. Aboard traditional painted boats, visitors glide through a shimmering corridor of light, passing under bridges inspired by the architectural styles found in the historic Qingming scroll. The riverbanks are adorned with glowing pavilions, weeping willows, and live musical performances featuring the guzheng and pipa, creating a sensory symphony of the past. This journey provides a unique perspective on the city's sophisticated water management and the leisure culture of the Song nobility. If you are enchanted by the illuminated history of China's ancient capitals, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and like this video to help us bring more heritage to light. Stepping off the water, we enter the Qingming Riverside landscape garden, perhaps the most ambitious architectural undertaking in modern Henan. This grand park is a 1-to-1 scale physical recreation of the world-famous painting, along the river during the Qingming festival by the artist Zhang Zedwan. Every shop, bridge, and canal seen in the 12th century scroll has been brought to life with meticulous historical accuracy. Visitors can witness traditional crafts being performed by artisans in period clothing, from woodblock printing to sugar painting. The highlight of the park is the spectacular evening show, The Great Song, reminiscent of the eastern capital, which utilizes the entire lake as a stage for hundreds of performers. It is a profound testament to the Song Dynasty's urban sophistication, where commerce and art flourished in equal measure. No visit to Kaifeng is complete without experiencing the legendary Drum Tower Night Market, a tradition that has continued uninterrupted for over 1,000 years. During the Song Dynasty, Kaifeng was the first city to abolish the curfew, allowing markets to thrive well into the early morning hours. Today, the square surrounding the towering drum tower transforms into a sprawling feast of sights and smells as hundreds of food stalls roll into place. Here, you can sample authentic local delicacies such as steamed soup dumplings, spiced rabbit meat, and the famous four-flavor soup. The night market is more than just a place to eat. It is the beating heart of Kaifeng's contemporary social life, echoing the vibrant street culture of the 11th century. The sheer variety of flavors and the high-energy atmosphere make it one of the most famous gastronomic destinations in all of China. Moving from the sensory delights of the market to the serenity of the spirit, we arrive at Daxiangguo Temple. Originally founded in 555 AD, this temple was designated as the Imperial Temple during the Northern Song and served as a major center for international Buddhist exchange. The architecture is a magnificent example of Qing Dynasty restoration on a Song Dynasty layout, featuring grand halls and intricate courtyards. Inside the Arhat Hall, one can marvel at the four-faced thousand hands Avalokitesvara, a masterpiece of wood carving gilded in gold. Historically, the temple was also a venue for the city's largest temple fairs, where scholars and merchants gathered under the eaves of the Buddha. Its survival through centuries of flooding and war makes it a powerful symbol of Kaifeng's resilience and spiritual endurance. Standing atop the central axis of the city is Longting Park, or Dragon Pavilion Park, which occupies the site of several former imperial palaces. Though the current Dragon Pavilion was built during the Qing Dynasty, it sits on a massive high brick terrace that served as the foundation for the Song Imperial Court. The pavilion is flanked by two large lakes, the Pan Lake and the Yang Lake, which, according to local legend, reflect the loyalty and corruption of two historic families. Climbing the 72 stone steps to the pavilion offers a panoramic view of the city's historic core, revealing the perfect symmetry of its ancient design. During the autumn months, the park becomes the main venue for the Kaifeng Chrysanthemum Festival, blanketing the palace grounds in a sea of vibrant, symbolic blooms. For a deeper exploration of the aesthetic roots of the nation, we visit the Chinese Han Garden. This site is a celebration of the Han ethnicity's cultural contributions, focusing on architecture, clothing, and the philosophy of the garden. The layout follows the principles of classical Chinese landscaping, where every window and gateway is positioned to frame a perfect, poetic view. It serves as a quiet retreat from the bustling city, allowing visitors to contemplate the Confucian and Taoist ideals of harmony with nature. The garden also hosts cultural workshops, where the art of Hanfu, traditional Han clothing, is showcased, highlighting the elegance of ancestral fashion. The spirit of loyalty and military prowess is best exemplified at the Tianbo Yang Mansion. This estate was the residence of the Yang clan, a family of legendary generals who defended the Song Dynasty against northern invaders for generations. The mansion is a classic example of Song-style residential architecture, featuring stately halls, gardens, and a drill ground for martial practice. The stories of the Yang generals, including the famous female warriors of the family, are immortalized here through sculptures and traditional opera performances. It stands as a monument to the virtues of patriotism and filial piety, values that remain deeply ingrained in the local Kaifeng identity. We conclude our journey back at the Drum Tower Square, the literal and metaphorical center of Kaifeng. The drum tower itself is a majestic structure that once signaled the time and regulated the rhythm of life for millions of ancient citizens. Standing here, one can feel the layers of history beneath their feet and see the vibrant energy of modern Kaifeng all around. Kaifeng is a city that has refused to be erased by the tides of the Yellow River, choosing instead to rebuild and remember. It remains a cornerstone of the Chinese soul, a place where the glory of the Song Dynasty continues to shine in the 21st century. Thank you for exploring this eternal capital with us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Kaifeng, please subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments which dynasty you find most fascinating. See you on our next adventure.